Hello, you're key off the Thursday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin. We're with Minchi and the deadlines. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attends Vietnam-India Business Forum. Vietnam assesses valuable information about Vietnamese motors in the U.S. Naming develops big school about nature. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính met with Indian Minister of External Affairs Subramaniam Jaishankar in New Delhi on July 31st as part of his ongoing state visit to India. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính commended foreign ministers of both countries for the successful 18th India-Vietnam Joint Commission meeting last year. He hoped that his visit could usher a new era of Vietnam-Indian relations marked by increased trust, deeper understanding, and greater effectiveness, meeting the aspirations of leaders and people of both nations. Prime Minister Chính wished to discuss key cooperation areas with India, including promoting delegation at general levels, locality to locality, and people-to-people exchanges, boosting economic trade and investment ties to elevate two-way trade to $20 billion, and expanding collaboration into such areas as green transition, digital transformation, innovation, semiconductor technology, and artificial intelligence. He urged both foreign ministries to work closely with relevant ministries and agencies to review and carry out high-level agreements. Both sides agreed to continue joint work at global and regional forums and supported ASEAN stance on the EC, South China Sea internationally issue. The Indian Minister of External Affairs vowed to cooperate with the Vietnamese Ministry of Foreign Affairs to further enhance Vietnam-India relations in the coming time. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the Vietnam-India Business Forum in New Delhi on July 31st. The forum was jointly organized by Ministry of Planning and Investment in Vietnam, the Embassy of Vietnam in India, and the Federation of Indian Chambers, Commerce and Industry. Addressing the forum, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính said that after more than 5 decades of establishing diplomatic relations, upgrading the relations between the two countries to a comprehensive strategic partnership has opened new cooperation space in value chains and strategic resources, economic security, climate change response, environment, science and technology, financial connectivity, high-quality human resources, education, national security and defense. He calls on Indian corporations and enterprises to invest and expand their investment in Vietnam, cooperate in training high-quality human resources, especially in the fields of semiconductors, science and technology, innovation, digital transformation, green transformation, pharmaceuticals, renewable energy, biotechnology, while exploring and creating conditions for Vietnamese enterprises to participate in the value chains of corporations, especially in areas where Vietnam has potential, considering Vietnam a strategic destination for building R&D centers and applying high technology. The Prime Minister also requested Vietnamese military sectors and localities to increase dialogue to address difficulties and obstacles faced by Indian investors in Vietnam, review and reform administrative procedures, reduce and simplify unnecessary ones, increase the use of digital technology, intensify decentralization, lower compliance and input costs for citizens and businesses, and well-prepare conditions and infrastructure to attract investment. The Vietnamese government is committed to supporting and creating all favorable conditions for foreign investors in general and Indians in particular. At the forum, the two countries and policies exchanged 6 cooperation agreements in the fields of aviation, tourism, culture, and pharmaceuticals. On this occasion, Vietnam's carrier Vietjet Air announced the launch of its new route from the central city of Da Nang to Ahmedabad, India, and welcomed its 200 millionth passenger. On July 31st, General Phan Van Gia, Minister of National Defense, visited and worked with Army Corps 3 Command on the results of task performance in the first 6 months of 2024 and setting out directions for the remaining months of this year. The event also saw the attendance of Lieutenant General Nguyễn Doãn Anh, Double Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army. In the first 6 months of 2024, Army Corps 3 has thoroughly grasped and seriously implemented the resolutions and directives on military and defense tasks of the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense. The unit carries out political and ideological education work and training effectively, where the combat readiness regime is really maintained. Party building and force organization achieved good results, particularly the focused party-style model in party organizations or levels. The unit also maintained good technical conditions, especially new technical equipment, meeting the requirements of training tasks and combat readiness. General Van Zan requested Army Corps 3 to closely grasp the local situation, continue to thoroughly overcome limitations, and be determined to complete the assigned tasks in the last 6 months of 2024. In particular, the unit needs to focus on improving the quality of combat readiness training, especially mastering new technical weapons and equipment, while toughly coordinating with local authorities to ensure political security, social order and safety in the station's area. Minister Zhang also emphasized that the upcoming tasks of the Army Corps are very heavy, especially during the period of adjusting the force organization. So the unit needs to coordinate in building a strict task implementation plan scientifically and seriously. As a working session with Military Reason 4 on reviewing military defense task performance in the first 7 months of 2024 that took place on July the 31st, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Defense Minister, stressed that Military Reason 4 must thoroughly grasp and effectively implement the Central Military Commission's directives on military defense tasks while reviewing and closely coordinating with localities in performing social economic development tasks associated with national defense and security. In the first 7 months, Military Reason Force really implemented the Central Military Commission and Military National Defense resolutions and orders on military and defense tasks in 2024. General Cương asked Military Reason 4 to direct its affiliates to forecast and assess the situation, to give timely advice to the Central Military Commission and Military National Defense and local authorities to proactively and effectively handle any arising situations. He also tasked Military Reason 4 with promoting the implementation of building an elite, comprehensively strong and exemplary unit. To do so, first of all, Military Reason 4 should focus on personnel work, improve the quality of political legal education for all officers and soldiers, complete the goals and targets of the Party Congress resolutions at all levels for the 2020-2024 tenure, carry out defense diplomacy tasks, and maintain stability on the western border area. On the afternoon of July 30th, local time, within the framework of the working visit to the U.S., the working delegation of the Vietnam National Steering Committee 515 visited and worked with the U.S. National Archives and Records Administration. The visit offered the Vietnamese working delegation a chance to access the U.S. library system, which contains valuable database which can be linked together to give a better view on the resting places of Vietnamese fallen soldiers during the resistance war. This not only helps find more graves of the Vietnamese martyrs that have not been found, but also supports finding the identities of martyrs with unknown information. The representatives of the Vietnam National Steering Committee 515 requested the U.S. side to continue coordinating closely with the Vietnamese authorities to speed up the search for remains of Vietnamese soldiers killed in action in the resistance war. From July 31st to August 14th, Coast Guard Ship 8002 Squadron 21 Coast Guard Region 2 is paying a visit to exchange and share experience with the Philippine Coast Guard. This activity contributes to strengthening the friendly relations, mutual understanding and trust between the two forces. It is also an opportunity for officers and soldiers of both sides to exchange, learn and share experience in performing their duties. During the visit, the two sides will coordinate to practice search and rescue and fire prevention at sea, improve the ability to master vehicles, technical equipment, as well as experience in organizing and participating in search and rescue operations at sea. The visit contributes to deepening the comprehensive and substantive cooperation, enhancing the capacity of law enforcement at sea, and maintaining peace, stability, and safety at sea. Coming up next, Vietnam, Cambodia to enhance sharing experience to ensure religious freedom. Linking develops preschool and nature. On July 31st, in Hanoi, the Ministry of Home Affairs worked with Cambodia Ministry of Coast and Religions led by its Minister Chai Borin. According to Deputy Minister of Home Affairs Vũ Chiến Thắng, about 95% of the Vietnamese population practice belief or a religion, with more than 27 million people, or 27% of the population, being religious followers. Vietnam has been consistently implementing the policy of respecting and protecting the right to freedom of belief and religion for all, ensuring equality among the religions and capitalizing on religion's cultural and ethical values, along with resources for national development. He also applauded the results of cooperation between the two sides in the field of religion through high-level delegation exchanges, mutual support at international events related to religion. Reviewing the implementation of the cooperation agreement on religious work for 2022-2026, Laos Minister affirmed that the two sides closely cooperated, contributing to improve the effectiveness of state management of religious affairs in its country and strengthening the friendly, neighborly relationship and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Cambodia. To meet people's increasing traveling demand, airlines have increased night flights to have cooled down airfares, and in order to draw travelers to take night flights, numerous tourist accommodation facilities have decided to decrease prices for rooms by up to 60%. These tourists save 60% on accommodation costs by flying a night flight from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh City. Without this stimulus program, many customers may consider not flying at night because, after arrival, tourists must pay for a hotel room for one night in order to sleep, leaving little time to enjoy anything. I think the night flight ticket and the room fee here are just similar to a regular airline ticket during the day, making it extremely preferred, which is why I decided to stay here. Visitors will receive a discount of up to 60% for the first night of stay if they arrive before 6 a.m. after 9 p.m. This helps to lower prices in some cases, providing travelers with greater motivation to fly at night. For these tourists, the hotel must plan and carry out the check-in process quickly and simply for the tourists. As we know, they tend to get exhausted while flying at night. The check-in procedure will be faster. Rooms must be prepared in advance. The hotel information has to be shared with the tourists so that they can enjoy all of the services the following morning. Currently, Ho Chi Minh City has 16 tourist accommodation establishments participating in this stimulus program, offering discounts ranging from 20% to 200% on hotel prices for the first night of visitors. Many of these hotels are located in the city center. Businesses that join this stimulus alliance chain will have a greater effect when the units will be pushed broader when they reach out to each other's customers. According to statistics from the Ho Chi Minh City Department of Tourism, the city received approximately 2.28 million international tourists in the first 5 months of the year. Stimulating demand for night flights not only increases flight capacity but also creates more favorable conditions for tourists when selecting services during peak tourism periods, thereby helping to easily distribute passenger flows and reducing pressure on airport infrastructure during peak daytime hours. Ninh Bình Province has recently implemented a number of experience tourism and nature expedition programs which have helped inspire love for nature and change people's attitudes toward environmental protection. At Cúc Phương National Park, the Management Board has initiated numerous experiential and nature expenditure activities for students. With the goal of turning Cúc Phương into a model national park, big school of nature, the summer camp program, Growing Up with the Great Forest, Cúc Phương Camp 2024, is designed with a wide range of activities to bring the forest closer to more people and spread the love of nature throughout the community. We definitely hope that our job will encourage youngsters to become more familiar with nature, wildlife, and particularly our job. Students who attend the one-week summer camp will be able to participate in experiential activities in the forest, such as watching fireflies at night, wading through streams, trekking through forests, visiting thousand-year-old trees, exploring archaeological science. We have numerous wonderful and joyful memories here. We learned about Mường culture, from cuisine to traditional games, visited lovely animals, and practiced being forest rangers, which will benefit us in the future. Cúc Phương National Park has established an ecological tourism called a living museum, as well as a great school where generations of students come to visit and learn.
các bạn ấy hiểu được.
Students can get the silent job, the stories they have never heard or seen in a book, but have directly experienced and sympathized with. Empathy helps them understand how staff's work and inspires them to join hands to make the world a better place for wildlife and the environment. QPVN National Park will continue to implement educational programs and nature experiences suitable for its age group to convey love of nature and awareness of environmental protection, building on its achievements in biodiversity protection, scientific research, rescue, and conservation. It is the end of the latest news bulletin. We'll watch the news again at QPVN.vn. For goodbye and see you next time.